So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. That's returnable now for Smith. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete here.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Stroud off the play fake. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Play action. Now Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 45-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Down to the 42, second down. The Colts at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener. Got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable.
Touchdown! Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Again, it's Mixon. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Play action. Stroud now. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stroud sets up the play action. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Richardson to throw. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory. Down at the 31. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Richardson to throw off play action. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Richardson looking to throw this. Got his man. It's Warren. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Richardson on 4th down. That is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Taylor is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Check 13. Shift. Ready?
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Down the right sideline. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. There, Richardson back to throw it. Connecting over the middle with Downs. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
On second and goal, here's the option. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Richardson now on third and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on fourth and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on fourth and goal from the 4, and this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They work now on second and 9. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Back to Mixon on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. Still going. Nico Collins, touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 64 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And this taken in by Downs. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. A give for Taylor running right side. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Richardson off the play fake. And that'll be incomplete. incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go play action with Richardson. Rolling to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Warren. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Richardson looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. That complete to Downs. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 67 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
18 run, 50
On 1st down, here's Stroud. Short throw caught by Pitts. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Mixing up the middle. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
The rest recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
He'll get this down to the 38.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A handoff to Mixon. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he'll be taken here.